¿Quién gritará nuestro nombre cuando estemos muertos? El camino que junta la tierra y el cielo. Voy a 200, nos despedimos. Dejé las ruedas marcas en el cemento. Y aprimo cada segundo de lo poco que tengo. Me dijo que atravesara lento. El mundo se acabara. Y se acabó, por cierto. Me dijo que me callara, las palabras se las lleva el viento. Me dijo que la esperara, como si me sobrara el tiempo. El barrito hablando mímica, destrozando mi imagen pública. Siempre tirando polémica, haters rabiosos, más histéricas. Estoy deseando que entre su juego. Ojalá se vieran como las veo. No sé, los anillos. Pedir tu cigarro por sentarnos en el bombillo, mirar cómo pasa, salimos del bar. No te confundas de dónde vengo. Sé lo que cuesta ganarse los euros. Disfruto los momentos felices, en honor a los tiempos difíciles. Fumamos dry shift, nada que ver con tu polen de quicio. Orgulloso de mis cicatrices, de todas las veces que tropecé, porque me hizo ser yo lo que hice. Aprendí y avancé, ahora que me analices. Los números hablan, hagamos balance. Dicen que en 2011 no hay que nos alcance. Entonces quiero relajarme, besar tu cuerpo, meterte lo dice, entrar en trance. Mirar esos ojos de lince, tocar esa piel de bronce, y olvidarme de ayer. Fóllame sin aguantarme luego, es un placer. Esto da en tu juego, me siento feliz y vuelvo a nacer. Me paro para ganar y perder. Si soy un ¿cómo quieres que no te siga el juego? Para adelante, un toro. Elegante, un callejero, tan distante a tu lado, son diamantes guardados dentro del joyero. Que abrí las puertas de cielo, llave de vampiro, un cerrajero, te regalo el corazón, ahora en el pecho que hay un agujero.
In neighboring Styria, it took a child to open the world's eyes to the horrors there. A young boy stunned and bloody after he was rescued from Aleppo's rubble. Happening now, breaking news. Paris terror fear. Multiple people are reported killed in a shooting. 4.000 personas han muerto este año intentando cruzar. And that doesn't include all the drugs that are pouring into us and destroying our country. We're going to make them pay for that wall. Perhaps in your lifetime, civilization can find.
Tenemos que rectificar y descartar la opción del rapero Costa en su curva. Sus letras son brutales.
Me he fumado todo, chao, soy la meca para tocarme que se lave. A esa cruz quieren clavarme, que me claven. Otra noche en las olas. Me la mamen. Soy la que caído. De un estatua de retiro. El paraíso perdido y eso que has sentido zorra cuando te has corrido. Soy la sombra del ahorcado, y el resto que ha dejado tu pecado. La tabla que quedó en el Vaticano, por los clientes, por la fuerza y mucho rabo. Si me hablas, quítame fuerte, estoy sordo ya de agarrarme con la muerte. Para evadirme siempre soy lo más potente. Toda esa gente. Soy la sombra del cuadro barroco. Soy metamorfosis, la heroína, tío de psicosis. Semilla de Satán, vino con el pan, lo que no confesarán. Semilla de mi Satán, la vida y el Torán. Cada frío gana, esto para el Leviatán. Dios de sangre siria, un espejo de tu miedo y de tu envidia. Los ojos de un niño que ha sido soldado. Lucifer está en el freno, solo diablos. Diablo. Diablo. Soy la sombra del cuadro barroco. Soy metamorfosis, la heroína, esta veloz y el cuchillo de psicosis. Soy el visito las drogas, soy camello y una mula come bolas. Soy la fenda que te hace contar las horas y esas ganas de matarte cuando te has quedado solas. Soy la luz y el cobre, como Cali mato hombres. Los gusanos que te comen, si quieres salir de fiesta, déjame sacar el sobre. Soy tornado, soy tsunami. Cerro para hacer pastrami. Un cabrón como Giuliani, la oficina ni creo que te conoce de Miami. Soy la sangre del Mesías, el apocalipsis todos los días. Para traidores y partidas, con el mismo ya gemías, todavía que te reías. Soy el amor que ya se ha roto, soy la sombra en un cuadro rojo. Soy metamorfosis, la heroína, sobredosis, el cuchillo de psicosis. La semilla de Satán, soy el vino con el pan, lo que no confesarán. Semilla de mi Satán, la Biblia y el Torán. Cada filo gana, esto para el Leviatán. Dios de sangre siria, un espejo de tu miedo y de tu envidia. Los ojos de un niño que ha sido soldado. Lucifer, Satán, Lucifer, son los diablos. Diablo. 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 Soy la voz que ya se ha roto. Soy la sombra en un cuadro barroco. Soy metamorfosis, la heroína, sobredosis, el cuchillo de psicosis. Sangre fuego, tu releva. No olvides la maldición. Me preguntes otra vez si soy inicial. puta, blanca, muerte, sangre. Mi sangre que luego te zampas, después la tormenta de escampa. Me pone cachonda con esto lo tengo, está en mi venganza. Oro, bomba, santa, trampa, puta, blanca, muerte, sangre. Mi sangre que luego te zampas, después la tormenta de escampa. Me pone cachonda con esto lo tengo,
está en mi venganza.
Me gasto millones en porros, en comas, amor y tormentas. Los cuadros que pinto con sangre me quedan toditos magenta. Levito como una bandera, con bolas sabana y cadena. Y de noche sube la marea y me embulle el castillo de arena. Le doy libertad a mi instinto, porque el ego me paga las rentas. Fue yo como un puto vikingo, a bajarle la coca y la queta. No hay nada que tú ya no sepas, os quito a todos la careta. Yo dispo la serie fa que en diamante, Romero Julieta. Dejarme hablar antes de enloquecer. Pasando el fuego, tú me levantas. Bendice la maldición de mí. Me preguntes otra vez si soy infiel. Tanto lanzan la vuelta a traición. Subes el cuello y no puedo respirar. Tiene tu nombre ese hospital. Para sacarlo me han tenido que rajar. Oro, mamá, santa, trampa, puta, blanca, muerte, sangre. Mi sangre que luego te zampas. Después la tormenta de escampa. Me pone cachonda con esto lo tengo. Está en mi venganza. Oro, bomba, santa, trampa, puta, blanca, muerte, sangre. Mi sangre que luego te zampas. Después la tormenta de escampa. Te pone cachonda con esto lo tengo.
Está en mi venganza.
Mi sangre solo por infierno. Y por la torre de papel. De mi padre me toca los huevos en la cara. Gotas de Chanel. Para amarme que soy un valiente. Me secaron la cuenta corriente. Mirando la fila del barrio borracho. Solo importa el presente. En tu corte son todos bufones. Mucha pinta pero maricones. Yo me muevo por todos los barrios en carro. Tirado por leones. Sé que duele probar emociones. A mi tumba no me entregan flores. Los ojos me brillan de noche y lo oscuro. Como putos leones. Dejarme hablar antes de enloquecer. Pasando el fuego, tú me levantas. Bendice la maldición de mí. No me preguntes otra vez si soy infiel. Hasta una vuelta a traicionar. Subes el cuello y no puedo respirar. Tiene tu nombre ese hospital. Para sacarlo me han tenido que rezar.
Tired, boss. We're gonna burn out to the end. The fucking true burnout. Greatest. Why not?
Dice hombre sobre cofre del muerto. La botella de ron, la bebida y el diablo se llevaron el resto. La botella de ron con 10.000 cañones por banda. De forma favela, y no ha llegado hasta hacerte más torta la espera. Con bandera pera, y hace una cara espera. Vengo a pillar la tela, vengo a saquear los mares. Siempre soy seguido por mi estrella, pero no soy como la última muela. Soy mi único fuerte, y después juzgaré quién me vuela, quién me sale. De la pena. Escuchándole, cuento del corazón, mi lastimándole, cayéndole, matándole, espándole, tallando los demás árboles, árboles, quitando barcos del revés. Soy un tesoro de cabeza a pie, que siempre brilla mis ojos en mi rosada ley. Que desde mi ritmo como el Rampage, y eso siempre fue nunca ser un ex. Volando barcos, soltando musicales, mares, malacares, no compares, sigas iguales, que por extraños lugares rulan, apostando siempre por los pares y brutales, mares, como el pueblo siempre grandes, planes, terrenos, disfrutamos grandes, planes, piratas, flores, hacemos lo que queremos, vemos como el viento nos impulsa y tú vas a Nemo, y soy el pulpo que te tiró por el culo al capitán Nemo. Caras con cabrón para tu inspiración, siempre los piratas del rigor, mala y el ingeniero en tu cuello, provocando mil destellos en tu cielo, bellas ligas que te tiran del cabello, soltando los 7 mares y provocando el cielo. Somos piratas del rigor, mala y el ingeniero en tu cuello, provocando mil destellos en tu cielo, bellas ligas que te tiran del cabello, soltando los 7 mares y provocando el cielo.
Que suenen los cañones, el suelo de la pólvora borbotones, que suenen los cañones, que la tripulación se moje, se arroja la batalla sin temores, se caen las heridas como olores, estoy sudando como una perra, pero para la noche, y me colocaré en el punto de roce, aprovechando bigotes, y dándome los topes, sus pelotes,
Así se
salen poquitos, salen a flote, lanzamos bombas y nos tiran pelotes, mano a la mano, cierro el viento, desato mi rebote, el malaguero desde arriba las capotes, se arrepentirán de todo lo que he dicho, que mi golpe, que toque, y esto que es, no tenéis mi zorra, tantos años navegando para acabar sin pena de gloria, tengo el timón detrás para la trayectoria, por mi madre con se escucha el rango de mi gloria, este es un ejército de piratería, cuido mi tesoro como una leona curtida, poder en cabeza, al son de la melodía, corazón calientemente fría, hablando roto, llega la piratería, la frente de la India que domina, tengo el espejo para tu buena podría, soy puro de mesura en armonía, al lado de mi tesoro, de imitaciones de agricultura, que soy una donante, una espía, la María, con la sangre hervía, con la garganta partida, poniendo todo el mundo en batería, con más poder en las manos que toda la santería.
Mala y el ingeniero en tu cuello, provocando mil destellos en tu cielo, bellas ligas que te tiran del cabello, soltando los 7 mares y provocando cero. Somos piratas del rigor, mala y el ingeniero en tu cuello, provocando mil destellos en tu cielo, bellas ligas que te tiran del cabello, soltando los 7 mares y provocando cero.
Rap solo. Titanic. Lucifer.
Versátil.
Top Diamond.
Los palos no mueren.
El capítulo 9.
El capítulo 9. Dame vuelta y alza el micrófono a esta gran oído de auditorio.
El mundo sabe
de lo que soy capaz. Triunfo, estudio mi método como si fuese número rojo. Cojo aliento y golpeo tu estómago. Y baja al médico, yo comando como el magnesio eléctrico. Supervillano enigmático. Cristi mi zodíaco. Sentando a la cara con el estilo cítrico. Estudio computadoras con mi automático. Hago saltar alarma de banco a mi paso. Arraso y fundo lanzando, cúbrete. Lanzo rayos como nadie salvo. Veneno el entorno, impulso del territorio. Ando a mis cálculos de mantenerlo. Entre el bien y el mal, quien está de acuerdo, estoy en el núcleo con visión rápida, punto. Sobrevuelo centro, soplo al campo de los coches, ya ven el trompo. Tornado lleva dentro por camiones que estrello contra la gente. La piel de ambiente inocente, electrocutándose dentro de sensores. Nuestra frecuencia transistores, cristales y tubos de escape atravesando peatones. Maniquí enfureció, rompen los escaparates, dejo tanques derretidos en los céspeds del parque. Nacionales calcinándose en cercanía tratando. Cuatro hijos de puta, entre hierro, chillando como puesto, la llama envolviendo sus cuerpos. Cabinas telefónicas, proyecto, acción largo, trayecto, colisiono, carretera, arranco, no hay del puerto, alimento, maremoto, batiendo mis alas, noto el terror en su cara, su ejército borró del mapa con nápal y bombas lava.
4.
Sientes rap solo. Cómprate el capítulo 9. Bienvenido a la fea donde malos no mueren. 1, dolor, estrés. 4, tipo bass. Sientes rap 8. Cómprate el capítulo 9. Bienvenido a esta fea donde malos no mueren. Como fascine con mi ojo, soy pirómano. Derrito los cristales blindados, reclamo oxígeno. Muy bien reventó el banco. Helicópteros me siguen los enganchos de un sátiro del fondo abajo. Asfalto todo, queda un trazo. Dice caos, escrito en el suelo de todo dentro. Nico Crouch, Neo Tokio. Lo libre por ejercicio, un trabajo liviano, ligero, palo, héroe, hardcore, queda un poco. Levanto un podio, 50 pies en el aire, la intemperie. Concentración como el cancha. El lecán enfermo, político ardiendo en suburbio. Curio en la sangre, luego polvo y magatón. Infierno en la tierra, lectores son más que zombies. Buscan mi service, doctora, un fuso fácil. Opinión deep, pulso el click, oprimo, un apocalipsis. Ok, Mackenzie, intrigado sostiene con su flow, speak elastic. Gigantes árboles que cubren látex. Y miles de habitantes están metidos en blisters, les veo tristes. Son claras víctimas apasionando un buen letrista. De cada parte de visión eléctrica. Me siento flagelando un hellraiser. En tu tirada estática que es una cárcel.
Con un misterio de caminar me viste.
Por el frío repentino que sentiste. Tuviste un desastre. Lo explico media hora más tarde. En el escenario, la estrella de pompa y ronda. Sentado en la grada, espero a que pase y pompa. Hay una avalancha en la cancha del Palacio de Deportes. Fracturas y cortes provocan muertes. Pancartas con sangre y niños aplastados por el caos. Rumores escachados de chao. El chaval del playback llora destrozado en los hombros del manager, el cual tenía más futuro ayer. En los alrededores los padres esperan, pero a ellos les espera una montaña de fiambres. Llega la noticia y con ella los
No puede ser, no puede ser.
no puede ser, por Dios. A unos metros de allí, en un despacho, el dueño de un periódico se frota las manos con la sonrisa del millón. Funerales, bondades, un gran filón.
Mejor que un bombardeo.
2003 de mayo, Papa en Madrid, el mismo día se incendia una discoteca en Tel Aviv, aquella en 100 kilos de dinamita en una alcantarilla bajo el suelo. El coche sube alto pero no llega al cielo. La gente es vomitando, grito por cada lágrima, un condón en África y de vuelta allí fumando. Tengo cerradas las puertas del arrepentimiento porque mi visión del mundo es hardcore. Servidor del caos, el sátil es sublime. Chaval, yo vengo de quedar tu beso y escuchar como gime. Por encima mi elegancia define el crimen, deprime. Tu pena sangrará en ambulancias y dime que rime. Mucha gente dice del sátil es frívolo y cruel. Mira tu forma, cae una alfombra con su piel, dice él. El sátil es infame por tu ser en flores, vende de palabras. Quiero que ella se arrodille y mame. Cuando termines avísame. Escupe en tu compresa, mi bésame, ni bésame. Tu lengua sabe a plástico quemado con grumos y sangre. Es el sabor de boca del capítulo 9. Pónselo a tu madre.
Cuéntame.
You cannot see. Of all things, to live in darkness must be the worst.
Fear is the only darkness. You think I cannot see? What do you hear?
I hear the water. I hear the birds.
Do you hear your own heartbeat? No.
No. Oh man, how is it that you hear these things?
Young man, how is it that you
Young man, how is
Cannot see. Of all things, to live in darkness must be the worst.
fear?
Fear is the only darkness. You think I cannot see? What do you hear?
I hear the birds.
The birds.
I hear the birds.
Do you hear your own heartbeat?
No. Oh, Dad. How is it that you hear these things?
Young man,
How is it that
About to arrive at the destination, please choose a safe place to park.
Hey, how are you?
very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, excellent.
Studios bus deliver passenger. Make sure to buckle up.
Just on the, I don't know, the maps.
What about South Garlic? It's right here.
I just follow the maps. That's how it is. I can read your mind. Wish. Just check your app. It will
Yeah,
tell you
that's
where I'm
right.
going.
I understand. It's an unusual way about it.
I don't know.
I should have taken a map. South Garlic is my country.
I will be reading minds. That's doing over.
Totally. I need to check. But it's my problem.
Nah, it's okay. No, I want four.
As long as we're going down here, we're
Definitely.
heading in the right direction.
Yeah. Here we are.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
That's pretty wild. Okay.
Sounds insane, but then you can't say it's a half-baked distance. Probably just Europeans. And you wonder, why did the Dogon symbols match Van Hoy?
That makes sense. Okay.
Nebulizer.
Yeah, the nebulizer for the kids at the daycare. Either word.
Come on.
The nebulizer.
Nebulizer.
The nebulizer?
Nebulizer, yeah. See, listen, I grew up like from 5 to 10 with asthma, and then I never smoked like growing up, smoked cigarettes. And then, of course, years brilliant to the damn. In my late 20s, I started smoking because the place where I was at, you know, smoking a cigarette was like a big deal. And I'll go on like months where I quit for like 3 months at a time and start smoking again. Then next thing you know, I didn't do it again. Like 35 years old, I'm like, alright, fuck this. So I quit.
You have a nebulizer?
No, I only get those like I just buy the ones from CVS or whatever. But yeah, you have to imagine, just so you know, right now, Josie, I'm probably gonna be sick from now until like March, because that's
You know
what
what that means? You better get that honey and that onions on tap in your fridge, and you better be eating it every day like cake.
I swear to God, I tried it. And I don't.
What? I didn't hear you.
It wasn't horrible, and I don't know if it worked, if that worked, or if I was just coming to the end of it. But I mean, it had to have done something, because like.
No, that shit works. I'm telling you. Just keep eating it, and then have your daughter take it too. She's sick.
She'd probably be more apt to take it than me. I was very hesitant. But I got like bad instructions. Still have fun if she gave me bad. I thought it was.
She didn't give you bad instructions. You were just looking at the fact that it was fucking onions, and it's not even bad. You can't even taste the fact that it was onions. Pretend like it's actually like syrup that she's gonna get from a Tylenol bottle or something, and then give it to her that way in a cap. She doesn't need to know it's like.
She's probably not mind trying. She's good. She likes sushi. One day she saw people making sushi on YouTube, and she's like, "I want to try sushi." So we took her out to the Japanese place. She loves sushi. It's like her new favorite thing. She's really good, like, with eating a lot of foods. Like, I don't eat vegetables. Pretty much any vegetables. Like, I'm horrible. But
we know you're horrible, sir.
Yes, I'm a terrible human being.
But yeah, have her try that. It might help. Like,
Yeah,
I don't like personally taking the stuff you can get from the drugstore, because this is how it was explained to me from one of my doctors. Is once you're done getting over your sickness because you're taking those stuff, now you have to get over all the chemicals that you put in your body. So it's like you're doing another process of healing after you're done. So that's why I like doing the natural shit more.
Yeah, that's actually what my fiance is, like, her line of thinking is too. She has like not onions and honey, but like, you know, stuff that you buy, but it's like not pharmaceutical. Like, I don't know.
Like the more organic stuff you get from like.
Yeah, it's where I was looking for herbal.
Trader Joe's and shit.
Yeah, she gets it from whoever. If you go into Boston, there's like, you know, little shops and like little in the summer there's like outdoor markets and stuff. She gets like certain things and she'll put them together. Her whole family does it, you know, and it works. Makes her feel better. But so she's in third grade now. Every single year she's together. Well, all three be sick at one time or another. Straight through the holidays at best. Most likely more into like February, March. It's fucking horrible. Kids are just booger machines that just are gross. I mean, I love her, but she's gross. She's a booger machine.
Settlement, like you said, that in that sense it is binary, and so bidding on, like, let's say October options could bite you in the ass if the settlement doesn't come out, right? Yeah, I'm just in the commons. The play on Prospero has it going up to like 62 or whatever it was. So we'll see. I'm just watching a little bit, but no, I appreciate that insight. That makes me a lot more interested. All I know is looking at the net option. Yeah. U.S. to release national security strategy within weeks. Interesting. Anticipates unraveling. Wait, what? What the hell? Anticipate the unveiling of the United States security strategy in the coming weeks, a pivotal moment that can influence. Oh, okay, that's a good idea. I'll look at the play. Golden Dome. That's it. Well, yeah, there you go. So something along those lines, chips, AI. All the thematics of the market right now, it sounds like we're going to get like more framework.
Did you guys ever talk about the Trump post?
What if it is? What is? Just do it. Before you go into that, just to reiterate to you guys how many undiscovered names there are building by robotics research watch list right now. I have 6 names on it. They're all trading at 1x sales, sub 15p, and everything.
You know, I did an interview today with a humanoid robot for the first time. So maybe we are a little far. Today, you know, if I want to counter that.
The thing is,
it was a good time.
I want to make, this is the thing. A lot of like speculators want to make money on these next gen names now. And they think the way to do that is to buy these, I like to call them imagination engineers, where, you know, they have something imaginary that is going to be relevant to the industry, and the market cap gets bid up to billions on that. That's great. Momentum names are great to hold this market. You make a lot of money owning them, you know, especially the last couple of weeks. But there are names in these themes, robotics and automation and semiconductor supply and batteries, ones I touched on yesterday, which did very well today, that are not only cheap, but will immediately benefit from the investment dollars that are flowing into these industries. If you believe in something bigger happening in robotics and in semiconductors and batteries and all these things 5-10 years from now, great. If you want to benefit from it now on an earnings basis, you buy the supply chain. They're not as sexy, but you look at some of the charts of some of them when they hit these inflection points, they don't stop going up. They're the types of names, supply chain names are the types of names that will post 26 weeks green in a row. And no one will talk about them. Okay? Like Huntington Ingalls, the shipbuilding name I had 18 weeks green in a row. Not one person was mentioning the ticker on Twitter. 18 weeks in a row. Materion, something similar to that too. I think it's 15 weeks in a row. And these are names that nobody talks about because they're beneficiaries of these things that are happening around us. Now, when the investment dollars start going in these industries, they don't go to the guy who's building the robot who built the prototype yet. He's not getting the money. The people building the tooling and the motion parts that go into these things, those are the people getting the money. And if you see it coming before their revenue inflects, when the stocks are still trading at 1 or 1.5x sales, 10 or 15p, that's how you get a double or a triple on a stock with no effort at all. And there are a lot of these names on the market right now, a lot of these names. I have like 45 names on a watch list across 4 industries, hot industries, all mid caps or small caps, all trading at sub 2x sales, all trading at sub 20p. 45 names I have on that list right now. And everything's expensive? Okay. And those are the names that are going to catch the bid. When this market does roll over, those are the names that I promise you. Because when the market rolls over, what's going to roll over is the speculation. These thematics aren't going anywhere. The trillions of dollars in AI spend and electricity and grid infrastructure spend, and that money isn't going anywhere. It doesn't disappear when the markets occur. This is a misconception for people. People think like, oh, well, when the speculation ends, all that money stops flowing. No. That private capex keeps flowing, and there are real winners from it. So this is a time now, after all the speculation has gone rampant in 2 or 3 years, to start being smart about your exposures, in my opinion, and getting quality exposures to these themes. Because when the party stops, you want to own those names and not the names trading at 300 times sales.
Looks like the party's stopping out there.
Well, I mean, you know, I'm not saying the party's over here, and I'm saying the party will stop. Everyone knows it always stops. And when it stops, you want to own the names that are not expensive. Trust me.
I generally agree with that. Yeah, I'm a valuation forward kind of guy. I really appreciate it. Stock talking. No, but the bigger thing is you're looking around and you're like, okay, you gotta admit some of this stuff's getting stupid. I think you've already, acknowledged that, yeah. So it's like you can't own those things, but you still want to be part of that team because it is going to be a multi-year, potentially multi-decade thing. So I totally hear you. Here's my one thought though is, cheap always gets cheaper. These are more or less stable businesses though with real cash flow. So how cheap is it going to get? Question, but do you think that there could be indiscriminate selling if the sector is selling?
I'd rather own the names though than have
resilience.
That are profitable in these themes that are growing that have valuation. Okay, can a name trading at 1x sales and 10p
guys have. And yeah, I guess for those who don't know, I'm the founder CEO of Later. Damn right. Yeah, so I'm kind of curious about one thing. When did 249 end? And then when did the meltdown happen on 10? Like, what was the timeline between that and the whole cascade? Right. So we were at Token through, like, I guess, you know, our team was there October 4th, 5th, I think, is when people kind of headed back. And, you know, there are a bunch of things. Like, we did our public launch only a few days prior to that, right? At least October 1st. So,
Into those dips and you just can't, right?
So Ryan, I think I just want to chime in here. I think the conversation is great, you know, and I want to take it back to Bastion, what you were talking about with the gold stuff. But, you know, look, at the end of the day, like, people are going to, I think to Cade's point, you're either going to buy Bitcoin or you're not going to buy Bitcoin. You're going to hold Bitcoin or you're not going to hold it. You're going to get access to it or you're not. And however you can figure out how to get some in some form or fashion, do it. And I think that is sort of my point that I want to drive home to, like, a massive room like this. Like, who fucking cares? Get some. Figure out a way to get some of this thing. Okay? That's number one.
I'll tell you who cares, Jesse. A 23-year-old who's, you know, saved up $500 and would rather buy at 107.
That's fine. That's perfect. Okay. That's perfect.
So, like,
that's perfect.
Come on, man.
That's perfect. My point is that guy is different from me, and I'm different from you. And so it's just really important that people understand that, like, action because time is the most important vector, and that's what I talk about so often to people.
We're saying the same thing.
We are. Yeah.
With a little nuance. Like,
we are.
You know, I'd rather have my kids reach out to me and say, Dad, look, I got it at 107.
Yeah, we're saying the same thing.
Like,
we're saying the same thing, brother. But I want to make the point that, you know, from a macro level, this does not surprise me. Like, none of what's happening surprises me. And I want to see what Rob thinks about this as well, because to me, it's pretty obvious, like, what's happening. You have fiat dying. We're in the fourth turning. Zoom out. People are starting to realize that there's other assets. There's more communication these days. We have X. We have free flow communication. We have smart people. And people like me, I'm a perfect example. In my 40s, right? These generations, these younger generations, we're getting it. And the younger generations, believe me, they get it more than we do. And so what you're seeing is a move out of fiat into other assets. And on a macro level, what's going to happen? Is it going to all go to Bitcoin overnight? Of course not. Everybody who understands markets and adoption knows that's not going to happen overnight. That's why, Bastion, I'm sure you're nodding your head over there, raising your hand, because we think the same way.
Yeah, I can't jump in.
You got it. I know, man. I know, brother. Because you think the same way I do. You have to have a low time preference. You have to zoom out. You have to understand what's occurring. What's happening is pretty simple. People are stacking up on gold because from a macro level, it's safer. You know, you can't just flip the switch. These big countries, these nation states, corporations, you've got people secretly stacking. There has to be a transition period. So where are you going to go? You're not going to go to fiat, and you're not going to go put 100% of your assets into Bitcoin. Therefore, gold. So that's why you see gold. That's why you see silver. That's why you see these other assets. And then you have to just push it out 5 years, push it out 10 years. All these folks holding gold will eventually realize that every single property of gold is one-upped by Bitcoin. Bitcoin is better in every single way. And so they're just going to start transitioning out. That's where we're at. Go ahead.
Let me put this in like real simple practical terms. About the desire to buy when there's a temporary flash crash. If we're talking about here's the numbers I'm going to use. Just let's say it's 117, you flash crash to 107, which I predict in my books. Godzilla candles are going to be off and happen often. If you're spending $500, the difference is $46.83. So is it really worth getting all excited over $46.83? Let me finish real quick. Is it really worth that in your Bitcoin journey to give a damn about $46.34? Because is that really going to change your future in the years to come? Particularly if you're a young man. If you're a young man, what your sons have that we don't have is they have precious time. Time is on their side. They're going to win big if they just DCA, set it and forget it. Do a daily DCA. You'll outperform all these squirrels running around like nuts. There's no winning this contest. You're not going to win. 99% of any traders who day trade lose their asses. This is really just a lot of fantasy that's getting pushed around the internet. I'm a day trader. Great. In a long timeline, you're going to be a broke day trader. My kids aren't day trading. No, I'm not talking about the kids per se. I'm talking about the whole concept of this. We gotta, it's so important to get into this process. It's really not. What's important is how much money does anyone invest over the next decade. That's really what's important. But I think we're really getting off topic on this thing. Because I didn't realize this was a space about day trading, trying to hit the bottom. No one knows where the bottom is. No one knows where the top is. Anybody that comes on here and goes, I'm going to predict the top and the bottom. I'm running as fast as I can. I'm going to get away from that person as fast as I can.
Here, let me color this with Ryan's example, because I think Ryan's example is a good example, and I think we're actually all on the same page. It's that and that's why my point is that it's different for everybody. If you're like Ryan's children, then good for you because they're clearly into it. And I would argue that maybe the short-term stuff and trying to time it, maybe that's a good thing because it gets into the leads, right? Gets them more into it, gets them more excited. So like whatever, and I hope Ryan, you're coaching them and say don't play that way. Don't try to do that 100% of the time. Like hopefully they have a DCA as well. Like that's what I like NFA, but like that's what I would recommend my kids 5. So they're not doing this yet, but I would be like, look, DCA, because just put it, whatever you're earning, like convert it. I would recommend convert all of it.
My boys have been version of they do DCA. There you go. This is matched by a really good entry dip. That's all. Can I say something on this? Yeah, that's good. Really quick. All right, cool. What's up, guys? GM. I love this conversation, and I just have some thoughts. Like, it really comes down to strategy. This is going to be total patience required for a lot of people here, but for any noob, if there are any noobs listening, like, even if you're not day trading, and you're just trying to buy digital assets, if you don't have some type of strategy, you'll get wrecked. Like, first of all, I never try to kick anybody while they're down, but shame on buyers that were buying with no strategy at 125 or 126, thinking that they were going to get rich overnight because there is CT is blowing it up. There's a lot of hype. Like you should know better than that. But if you're like me and probably like a lot of people on this space, I think Bitcoin's going to go to $1 million within 3 years or less. Like I just think so. I think it's got a lot of air in its lungs for that. Do I think that it's going to pull back quite a bit until then, maybe in the next 6 months? Yeah, probably more likely it's going to do that than it's going to rip to 150 or rip to 200 from here. But you have to have a strategy. And then to somebody's point on the self-custody ball, you have to have self-custody. That's this doomsday that just happened. It should be a learning moment. And the noobs won't have that insight to be like, I'm going to learn from this. I got wrecked. I'm going to learn from it. Most of us will learn from this. I didn't get wrecked per se, but you have to get into self-custody. You have to have, if you're a BTC maxi like me, like a lot of us are, you have to have 80%
at least 80% of your BTC in self-custody, and you don't fucking look at it until it's 5x. You know what I mean? And then you have 20% that if you want to rotate into gold or you want to rotate into fiat, which I don't know why you would do, but there's some like cool things out there, I guess. But you know what I mean? Like you have to sort of hedge your losses that way. And forgive me for preaching to the choir to a lot of you guys who this is fundamental stuff. But for any noob, like you guys just have to know, like you have to have a strategy. One, it's investment 101. You never buy at a peak, and especially if you spend 5 minutes looking at this zoomed out chart of BTC, it's like, come on, like why would you buy now if you're trying to quote unquote get rich quick, or you know you're not longing, you don't even know what longing is. It's like you should know better than that. You should at least have some type of strategy so that you're getting in right now. If you are getting in right now, or when it was 125, 126, like no, you didn't get wrecked. Just log off for 6 months. Anyway, thanks.
That's a good point. Yeah, I'll say this being about I just watch people because but I think it's a opportunity here to be and grow spaces, conversations. This is my personal opinion that there are a lot of people who are in the crypto industry. They're looking at Bitcoin and why did that drop so much? My app just dropped 100%. Why did that not? What happened? It's down like 5%. I don't understand. Like, for those people, I think it is somewhat helpful contextually from a Bitcoiner's perspective to kind of parse apart what just happened. I mean, that was the biggest liquidation in the history of the industry. We saw $9 billion wiped out overnight, and the biggest thing we saw before that was FTX at like 1.9 or something like that, 1.5. And it was intense for a lot of people. I think I was lucky that I was in these spaces with you guys, like seriously lucky, because I'm 99% Bitcoin now, and I have such little cash. My mother is concerned. I get a text message once every couple months because it goes under the balance, and I'm like, oh, say, so it's one of those where I'm like, I know we're balancing a couple different people who are listening. It's not.
Here's the thing to remember, though: every crypto liquidation is bigger than the last one, so just wait for the next one. It might be.
That was my point in dollar terms. Yeah, in dollar terms.
That's actually the point. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Honestly, that's actually a great point. Eric, we're talking about Mike. I was gonna say, Thomas. You guys want to add into this? Go ahead, Thomas.
Please arrive at the pickup point before 7:37 a.m.
When I do, it's usually something.
Something is in the air.
Bill Murray, right?
That was a great thing. I don't have a sound for it, but if I did, I would play it. Anyway, I gotta get myself the sound.
It's actually, Thomas, you can use it right now. You don't need a soundboard. There's the button next to the mic button. If you're on stage, it's a little wand. Look, you can hit the wand, a whole new board pops up. You get all these buttons, like, it's fun stuff.
Anyway, I'm very interested in the sort of the macro. I know a lot of people like to be extremely Bitcoin centric, but I would say I like to spend time in this space adjacent to Bitcoin. And there are multiple spaces adjacent to it because I want to understand the context in which Bitcoin is swimming.
It has a special room. Nice to do that. Plenty of room. Readers. God. Put the lights on the cereal box over there. Go back to that again. Damn it. For real, no? These people super special. One. Yeah, that's special. Oh, well. Kind of retards. Not gonna lie.
About to arrive at the destination. Please choose a seat.
Chin. Tell me what to do. Good morning. How are you?
How are you?
Very well, thank you. Going to Glyph?
Please.
Let me know if temperature okay. It gets cold, I can change it.
Oh, that's cool.
Thank you.
Just cool.
Yeah.
There's only one way. I don't. Well, there's kind of two.
Yeah, usually the maps choose the fastest always, but yeah, traffic unpredictable, just like
Traffic's
people.
all right so far at this point.
Yeah, later will get worse. Yeah.
What's that?
Sorry.
When I looked up this morning, it says
Yeah.
21 minutes was usually the way how long it takes. I know, and now it's saying 20, 25.
Yeah, it's really
Little change.
yeah.
Obviously, I'm going to get to work. So I'm like, I was going to go home last night and then refresh for this morning. I thought, oh, you get to spend more time with your friends. So I thought I'll leave early. But I'll make it.
But things take time, you know.
Yeah, tell that to my boss to be like, why can't you get here at It's so funny. No, it'll be cool. Go home, have a good shower, come out and Uber, get to work by 8:30. Easy.
Do you start at 8:30?
Yeah, we have I kind of work so it's for maritime, but we work in what they call a call centre. It's not really a call centre, but people do ring in, so it is kind of like a call centre.
Yeah.
But so they want you to 8:30. Don't get anything after. Oh shit! I forgot my specialty. No, I didn't. It's all right. At my friend's house, I went all around Melbourne trying to find. But yeah, they're very, and which is fair enough, but they're very full of that.
We like to stress for things in general as a human. We like.
Not made for that. I just to me, this is me, cafe morning. Thank you. I'm gonna put any, but you know what I mean. Like, it's just not me, and it's regulate. And I'm not saying it's okay to be late. Maybe ask someone. Don't go.
But the thing is, I think the late or early, it's very double side thing. What happens if you have to stay sometimes at work, with any work, you have to stay, and you're not complaining. It's like it's no point to complain. So the same when you're late, it's just a balance of things that you can't make it up. If you do every day, it's different. Like if it's every day going late, yeah, that is a problem. But when it happens once, I don't think it's big.
Oh, if it becomes a pattern, that's why, and that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But even if it's a pattern, you ask the person first if everything's all right at home. You never know; something could be happening.
That's right. Yeah.
And then these people, because we've got one guy who he can never. He just and everyone bitches. I'm like, why bitch? It's none of your business. Worry about yourself. And if he's got a thing, maybe we've got to look into time management and stuff. Like he's got 2 little kids before he leaves, and they're all, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I know with me, because I try and get to work early, and I know what I'm like. So if I don't get to work like now, I'm always touching it really fine for 8:30. But if I get there early, I'm fine. I just because I live close, I'm like la la la. I look at something and I'll be like, I'm my own worst enemy, so I know that at my next.
That's a good thing to realize in general. We are our enemy in general. The mentality we create our own problems, you know, and we don't have to blame other people. Always when I see people blaming, why you got there?
Exactly. I mean, I was aiming to leave at 7 o'clock this morning, but my friend had an inflatable bed that I was using,
Yeah.
and I was trying to push that, and the stupid thing would go down to bed fold, and I'm there. But yeah, it's all fine. Like that's the thing. I've always been a last minute person, and it always works out fine.
Always, the life is like that. Once you realize that everything eventually comes through, like no matter what, if you really put your energy, whatever you do, everything comes through.
Exactly. Like, not so much now. I drink too much wine, but anyway. But I used to like go get up quite early, go for a swim and stuff, and I find it's cute.
That's the best.
And it's just you feel, and then the rest of the day you can just chill out or do whatever. Exactly.
That's really good balance because you get the good things of life and plus the responsibility. Because I always have that mentality of thinking, okay, if I have so much wealth, like I have everything, I will get bored in a way that people think I will go on holidays and stay there forever. And I think that would be so boring. Just the point, like, what's next?
Yeah.
Which is, you have a holiday that is just to disconnect and recharge. Then you go back to your responsibility. That creates that balance of good and bad.
Yeah.
Because if everything is good, because I don't think that is good to stay in a same place.
Intentionally good, no.
Yeah. It might feel good at the beginning, but then what are you doing? Just sitting there and drinking margaritas and it's nice.
That's right.
Yeah, but in the long term, it will be just why, I think, happened to a lot of people that win the lottery. It's a high percent of going even more poor than they used to be.
Yeah. They don't know what to do with it all.
And the mentality is poor, it's not like poor and rich is not about the money. I think poor and rich is just the decisions of life you do. Like you can be win a lot of money, but you have a poor mentality because you take poor decisions.
That's right.
And that's
absolutely. And even simple things like people I know, like, it's really hard being poor. And I'm thinking to myself, you put yourself into that situation.
Yep.
You're a highly intelligent person. It's not ideal. Look, I'll be honest, I'm not working in a field that has anything to do with what I studied. That's life.
Yeah.
At the moment. I mean, it could change. It could change when I want it to change. But sometimes you need just to, balance out. But I still work a shitty job for 6 days a week, where I even said to my boss, the joke, I said, we're like robots in a little factory. And he goes, that's exactly what we are. It's just like he goes up and down, like he gets quite stressed, so he gets quite nasty. And I just think, calm down, man.
Yeah.
Just take a fucking shit. Anyway,
if you see reality, because truth hurts. The truth always gonna hurt. And if you start looking everything to reality, it's depressing. It's like, why? Sometimes it's good just enjoy it as a fantasy, like it's a good trip. It's a good.
And they put people in boxes. They kind of sort of say like, well, it's a government job and that's what people decided many years ago. They're going to do a good job and that's going to live and die in it. It's like, and if you don't like it, go do what you want to do. It's like, but you can balance them. Like, it pays my bills. But there's so much bitching.
Yeah.
Is it Eric or Eric's?
Eric.
Eric. Many different spellings.
Yeah. There's just a different yeah.
But they just. I wasn't there yesterday. I worked for my mates. Apparently, there's a lot of bitching. A lot of avoidable bitching. That one of the colleagues, she's just writing. She's like, I just don't like you all having a go at your colleagues in a public chat. La 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 la. She goes, it's not the first time. She went to town. Good. I just don't. Tomorrow, I'll be staying with fun. It's just bitchy women.
No, but everyone in general, I find that everyone have that tension and the
competitiveness.
Yeah, and I feel that everything is just going into a chaos because inside us is saying it's so unfair what's going on in the world in general that we can't do much, but inside is there like corrosion, and I can feel it in people that it's just they're not happy with what they have, but they have everything.
Yeah,
and I think that to me, since the beginning of the morning, like beginning of the day, I think that thank God I can get up and enjoy the sun or enjoy just going out. And
that's right.
And that's just the first thing I do. Like, thank you for this opportunity to do another day.
That's right.
And it's not a perfect day for me because I could be doing something that will be amazing. But like I said before, that amazing thing will get old too. So to me, just amazing to get up.
That's right.
And a lot of people are just finding the bad things of everything. Like, let's say,
well, my friend, where we live, or across the road, basically, there's like, Sorry, I'm just kind of swimming. Federation houses, right? But they're all like there's 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Anyway, one of them on his balcony, it caught fire.
Oh, no.
So it just ate up all his flat. The rest of the place is okay. They've got a bit of fire damage and stuff, whatever. But we were sitting with him, and he's, like it was his place, though. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how big or small it is, but it was his place, and he kind of like was a bit. He said the other day, he goes, "Look, I came to this country with nothing,
Mhm.
so I'm going to be fine,"
Mhm.
and that's his good attitude. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
fantastic because he put a lot of like money into things and.
But it's all I see also as a kind of a game that we born with nothing. Like we born, even if you're born in a great family, um, we have nothing when we born. We come without clothes, so
Yeah.
we're gonna go out with nothing too. So it's just like a dream. So you get up, you get up of the dream and it's gone. So life is like that. It just whatever happened, like I can cross the road and a bus just hit me and see you later, and that's it. The dream is over, and I could have billions of dollars.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
work for
billions of dollars is just, I would just travel a lot more than what I do.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And just sit on a yacht. Not a
Yeah.
yacht. I'm just on a little boat.
But
And
you,
then give money to chill, like live the philanthropy.
but you see that's the dream. That's what we always willing to do. But
Yeah.
I think it will get up because
I mean, I'm sort of joking. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it's just more of a, I don't know, I lean towards more Buddhism and just nice balance,
yeah.
suffering, not
But
suffering, and
you,
then
you see with Buddhism, I love Buddhism because it's true. Life is suffering. Buddha said that you get at some choose your suffering. But some things that I do, some other people think that's a lot of suffering, unnecessary. Like that's for you because it's your journey. I can't compare. That's the problem with modern society. They comparing themselves with social media people. They post these beautiful situations. It's not real. It's just
And
content.
that's how they've been brought up as well, and also what schooling they're having
Mm.
is, I mean, you can't avoid it.
Yeah.
But you look at a lot of people that are, they're not doing it because they've had a bit of discipline around it. And there's more to this, but I know what you mean. I mean, it is fascinating how much money people make and how many Christians.
Yeah.
I didn't realize, I did, but all like the little family ones of 15,000 children. There's some of them happen to be big, long Christians.
Yeah.
And I only got here because of God. And I'm like, really? Shoving it? Do you see anyone else shoving it down people's throats? But no, I was brought up as a Catholic, so I'm not having anything against Catholicism. It's just not my thing.
I think that's just like anything we believe in life. Telling people that you have to do that, like that's unsolicited advice, and no one like unsolicited advice because everyone is doing the journey, everyone's doing their own.
And if you're going to make money from traveling, don't you?
Yeah, that's right.
The only thing is, I think the problem is now is that there's an expectation when they go to a place that's going to be for free. Some people.
But that is all illusions. It's an illusion.
Yeah.
It becomes a job, any job. I have so many jobs of all the types that eventually it burns out. How much as you love it.
Yeah.
Because it's rules that if you give in 100% to this job, they will ask you for 110 next time.
Yeah, that's right.
Anything we do. So because every year it needs to be more income, more like increase to the corporate or whatever. And I think that do what you love. You don't work one day in life, but just do it with giving just normal without giving that 100 because that 100 will stress you out. You're really too much. Overdoing.
Exactly.
Overdoing is never good.
Then you have burnout. I mean, this stupid job I work at, honestly, and everything they think, and it's like, seriously, it's not me,
Yeah.
You just got to hold your own, and then just think. But what I'm going to say is that you have to be in a position of relaxation in order to be positive about your next step.
Yeah.
Sometimes the stress doesn't drive you, because my boss says, you hate it here, why don't you leave? I said, I'm trying, but if this, and I don't tell him this, but if you're feeling like shit leaving that place and there's bitches and this, they go on about your hair or this and that, blah, 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 blah. You don't go home feeling great. You go home going, right.
But they win. If you think about it, they win.
Of course. You don't let them win, but you don't show them that. You just go,
that's right. Yeah, that's the best.
oh no, there's bitchy. Oh,
yeah.
Stuff they say. It's like, where are you guys? Anyway.
It's almost like they want to put you down, so because they down, so they want to put you in the same level.
I was told on a few occasions that I had to cut my hair, that my hair's getting too thin. I'm like, sorry. And I've always had really good hair, right? So I'm not up myself, but I just say, oh yes, it is thinning out, but it still looks nice.
I think stress is what it kills the hair, you know, like you know, like the hair falling and thing is environment. The environment.
Absolutely. And that's why I'm trying my best to get to an environment that's not shit.
Yeah, you have to keep telling to yourself, this eventually happen.
Yes.
It's amazing how we can just make things happen, just repeating every day.
And because unfortunately they take it as a personal insult if you're there late or whatever. Like they think that you're making fun of the job. And I'm like, man, I used to clean toilets, trust me, don't worry about it. I will be respectful. But see, I've been in and out of this place, but I had a team where I was working with, like, there's two of us, me and this Irish woman, and it was easy. We just did our work, go home, go after work, go have a bit, and we're still good friends.
Yeah.
Because it was easy. It was easy work. It was just smash it out, just do it, have some fun, have a laugh, and then go home. Yeah. And it was perfect. And then you get into this other area.
Yeah, I get it. And I think the rules of the putting more people. So you put 10 people in a room and definitely they will fight.
Yeah.
No matter what, they could be, yeah.
Because I get along with everybody. Well, but I'm also not just, I can be a bit sarcastic. Mm-hmm. Oh, Emma, you with your sarcasm. It's like, oh, wow.
Sarcasm is a high level of intelligence, you know?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So it's
and I mean, funny. If they don't get it, they're missing out because it's actually sense of humor. That's funny.
Yeah, and it's not biting. It's just, you gauge your audience. Oh man, it's like, and that's the thing. I haven't put them down once, but honestly, I think seriously, ladies, what did you do in high school? Did you just like so much hairspray and just not read a book? Oh, I'm beautiful. Oh. Anyway. La, la, la. And I took some leave a couple of weeks ago. I had to take some leave, and they were, oh, so how was your holiday? You don't have a holiday, just unexpectedly. They're like, oh, bro. And they're like, I need to take. It's always a competition.
Yeah. They teach us that since kids. Everything is a competition. You gotta make more money than your neighbor. You're gonna have better cars and do better things, and it's stress. You just create a stress situation for yourself, which I'm not really looking to that because when the age once the end, it's just the older you get, the less you care.
Well, also, you can't change it. We're ageless as well. Like you're at this whatever point. I don't know. People, oh, it's like no, you can't change it. So just keep doing what you're doing.
And eventually, if you keep your positive mind, it changes to yourself, to your better.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're negative, you will end up in a negative situation. If this is a perfect example, in the morning when you start and you have a bad day, because that bad day is just in your head, because something bad happened to you. And what happened, we keep going, we milk that negativity the whole day. Anything, we start focusing bad things, and that mindset takes the whole day. That's why it's a bad day. I haven't had one bad day because that mentality of it's just something that happened, meant to happen. Let's move on. Sometimes it's stuck in your head, but that negative thought will take you the whole day.
Exactly. Oh yeah, you go down the rabbit hole. Absolutely. And they say you give yourself an hour, like to either cry or scream or get angry. Just do it 1 hour, and then you just go, no, where is this taking us?
So going through Surrey Hills down to it's Princess Highway, not Princess Highway, no, King Street.
King Street
So
to get to Glebe.
wait. This
It's not your fault. It's a stupid
so,
thing.
yeah, just checking. So Cleveland, from Cleveland we go to Abercrombie. From Abercrombie,
It's done this thing.
Tyler Street.
And I reckon this was the less traffic.
That's what I think so. It's 10 minutes away, so
it should, because usually I just go down Oxford Street, go through Park and up and around, but it must have been a lot of traffic this morning.
Yeah, I think
I don't know why it's taking you this.
Everyone is saying the same with the map, but I just
follow. I'll show you which way to go. No.
Sorry.
No, it's not your fault. When we passed, I saw Oxford Street. I thought, oh, there's a fair bit of traffic there. I always think where we were now was taking us to Cleveland, but we could have gone straight there. Because Cleveland's going to be really, really busy.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I think and I believe that will be fast because it shows 10 minutes. So.
But we're not going along King Street. That's
no, but direction. No, we're not going to get into King Street. Definitely not.
It's not your fault.
Yeah.
This is what this stupid GPS does. Like, it will take people. Even when we went to get onto the main road of Bondi, all we had to do was do a turn around and we'd be there.
Yeah.
So it takes around a long way. That's all right.
So we turn in before we get to King Street or Princess Highway.
I know where we're going, but it's taking us through really heavy traffic.
Abercrombie Street. Maybe everyone is trying to avoid these heavy traffic areas. It's not that bad, and also it's early. I think it's
Cleveland Street. No, Cleveland Street.
Yeah, this one is
because I thought where we were going is Cleveland, but that takes us on to Devonshire and stuff. That's all right.
Yeah, the GPS.
Oh no, it is, and I should have said something. See? Yeah. Okay, we need to get out of this.
Yeah.
So we turn the next right onto Crown, and we'll just have to go those back streets because I'm not going to do this.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. It's just, if it's moving, but I don't think it's moving. It's not too bad, but we are at the bottom. So let's just see.
Usually heavy at the beginning.
Yeah, but as you can appreciate, I put myself onto the taxi. But see, this is the thing, like, that's right, just keep going. That's all right. But this is the thing, like, for me, personally, I'm not getting in any panic. The thing is, I'm thinking about my stupid bosses, because even if you go to lunch, you're a little bit late. It's not so much they care, because they know that you'll make it on time. It's your other colleagues, like, how come I can get here on time and this person can't? They're really, like, nasty people. They don't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what upsets. But the only thing is, I've just got to get out of it. And this is why I had a couple of weeks off just to chill out a bit.
Yeah.
And reset.
Otherwise, you get burned. You burn out if you don't stop.
Yeah. Although, yeah.
It's important to take a break. I haven't had a break in years. I'm losing my mind.
You're losing your mind? Do you do this and something else?
Yeah, I do many things in one. That's the thing. I do many things, but the rewards are not. That's my fault. That's kind of because I'm trying to do it on my own.
What do you do? Or do you, if you don't mind me asking?
I do a lot of things with the computers and fixing software issues and computer things, but it's more hobby like because really now it's not much business because everything is AI and I don't know, it's difficult at times. But I stay positive, you know.
That's right. Do you have a card or a business? Or you just do it for friends?
Yeah, for friends, you know. It's not a like business that I focus. That's why I'm saying I put myself in that situation. It's not a complaint. I don't complain. I just say that the breaks are important. I feel it that I don't have a break and I feel it like.
When's your next holiday? Next.
Well, hoping for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hopefully.
Where do you want to go?
Spain. I'm from
lovely.
Spain. Yeah.
Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah, hopefully.
For how long will you go for?
I have no plan because every time I plan didn't work. I've been trying for 3-4 years trying to go and something happened always. Something make me stay. Yeah.
Like COVID or something.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
turned down this one. Oh,
Yeah, I think so. This is when the return.
Just keep going straight, actually. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going straight. Sorry, Gary.
That's all good.
Okay, things happen.
Yeah, it's always,
Life.
life is happening all the time. So that's something that that's why I don't plan. Every time I plan, it ruins.
Okay.
So just let the thing is like we'll be what we will be. So I can't decide to stop.
I was trying to get into this Abercrombie.
Yeah.
Everyone got this shit to be in
Yeah.
In Glebe Road, there's never any traffic there. On one like main road, when there's like 5 cars all in the road, they start to get really pissed off and start beeping. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Traffic jam. Yeah, well, hopefully it comes good.
Hopefully, I touch.
You just gotta buy the ticket.
I'm just plan the thing first because if I buy the ticket, because it happened before and something happened, yeah, I lose the ticket and everything. So I have to organize the things properly before I leave.
Yeah.
There's a lot of responsibilities behind that. It's have to be done because the bills keep going.
That's right.
So you have to organize the time you are because the time you are is time. It's not like the company that they pay you for the holidays and still getting paid.
Yeah, that's right.
When you work for yourself, it's organizing how you're gonna pay the time you are. And if you go that far, like this is minimum 24 hours travel. So it's a loss a day just traveling.
Yeah, but it's fun on the plane. Watch movies, drink alcohol for free. It's beautiful. Chill out. You probably don't drink alcohol, but
That's the thing. I love my wines.
oh, you're perfect.
The little
the cheap
the
biscuits.
little bottle they give you is good. But the thing is, I would like to stay long, like minimum 3 weeks
Yeah.
to make it worth it because it's a long way.
You've got dogs, I see.
Yeah, that's like the kids, responsibilities.
Have you got some trusted friends you can leave them with?
Yeah, but it's a lot of you see, I always look into the things that can happen. That's another bad thing. So it's a long story.
That's all right. I understand.
So yeah, organizing
So
all
we have
those
to get in
things.
the right lane, Eric.
Yeah, I'll just go faster then.
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
Because usually this takes too long. And
Yeah,
I think
I know. You sound like I do.
yeah. I try to avoid to be behind people in general because
the same.
yeah.
You just want to be like a racing car driver.
Yeah, it's not even necessary to speed because some people are sleepy in the morning too, and it just takes forever to move. And sometimes they make you miss the line, and I try to avoid. Like I go fast, and usually you see it just quick.
Yeah, that's the way.
If I have to wait, I was still there.
And then you beat the bus as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a better way. It's always when you move like that, it flows. That flow.
Yeah, exactly. The flow.
Mm.
You'll get to Spain.
Hopefully, I've even started believing in Santa Claus, so I did well all year. So I'm just sending a letter, say to please.
Yeah. And then you get to spend some night, and you'll be able to just reset and then.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so.
But just make sure you leave your dogs with people you trust.
Yeah,
'Cause otherwise,
that's the tricky part.
that's how I lost my dog many years ago now. But
Yeah,
I left it with my parents. Like, oh, that was stupid. Anyway, la 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 la.
that's what I fear. It's be fear things like that.
Because,
Yeah.
I understand. Like, I still like it was 21 years the other day, and it's not doesn't feel it. It's it is literally the same as it was yesterday.
Never goes away. Yeah.
It just gets easier,
Yeah,
but it never goes away. Why should it?
that's right.
It's a
Yeah.
great dog. Anyway, la la la. Yeah, be careful. That's So
Yeah.
I understand why you're taking. You're being careful.
I mean, there's a real unconditional love, you know. Dogs give you something humans can't. Isn't that
I
unconditional
just go
love?
straight.
Straight,
Now
yeah.
with you, don't worry. It's not a long round around stupid champions.
This guy is- So would you go across the lights?
Yeah, straight through to the very top, and then we'll just turn down to the side.
Yeah.
Just because we're sort of at this end, it's kind of weird. I mean, 'cause then now it's saying take you down all the way down Bridge Road, hook up around, but really you'll see that this way besides the
Mhm.
bus. So just have to read.
It's before 8:30, so you're doing good, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna smash it, but I have to have a shower because we smoke too much weed, and
yeah.
so if I'm gonna I don't want that coming stinking on my clothes or anything.
Yeah.
So I got fresh clothes at home. I've already worked it all out. But it'll be cool.
It's good that you organize it that way.
Yeah, I mean, because this is the thing. I could go like this now, but I just
But have you tried to smoke with the vaporizer?
well, I don't see. This is the thing. We get drug tested at work, so I haven't touched it for
Yeah.
a long time. I had a little bit, like whatever. So I'm gonna brush my teeth, get the apple cider vinegar in. But really, but yes, so I probably should. But I don't smoke much anymore.
But the thing is, it's medicals. If you get the card, you get
Yes.
yeah, the medical.
We can
thing,
get that. It's something to look into. The thing with my job, as long as we can do that, they let us have that pills and something acid. But if we but you have to. Okay, just down this next right.
Next one, right.
If you had to drive a boat, then no, you're not allowed to do it. If you're in some operations, you're not allowed to have the medicinal.
Yeah.
This is my old neighbour. It's just crossing the road now.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's in high school. It's
But that's the thing. I think that it's like coffee. To me, it's like herbs. You know, herbs. Coffee give you also a high. Like it's.
yeah, exactly.
So I think that's should. It's not a problem. It should be fine. It's not like a psychotic.
My goodness. Yes. I mean, there's a lot worse stuff.
Ah, definitely, yeah. But I think it's a wrong demonized herb. Like I don't know what they make.
Because watch if you get it, you've probably seen it, but it's called the $1 billion crop.
Yeah.
It's on ABC. You can find it on YouTube. It's interesting why they got rid of all the hemp and stuff, and just in front of this black car would be great. Thank you, Eric. It's been a great conversation.
You have a great day.
You too. Enjoy Spain.
I'll try.
When you go.
Hopefully, please.
Yeah, exactly. Go. See ya. Take care.
Have a good day. Take care. Oops. Thank you. Have a good day. See you. Okay, so that's wild. Feels like Monday. Monday. So Wednesday. I don't even know what day I live in. Okay. Done. That's some wild algorithm. Something is happening. Everything. There is no red light. I love you.
Yeah, thanks for having me up. I appreciate it. Can you hear me all right? Cool. Yeah, I think Lucas' takes were really interesting. I think that we've been really jaded for a long time in crypto. I've been around since 2016, 2017. And one of my big takes is that the tokenomics models that we've introduced to crypto have been detrimental to bringing real good companies on chain. And what I mean by that is having an equity model and then a token model is really not sufficient for bag holders, people on chain, traders. Having basically a way to use the token as a vessel to drive more value to your equity, which no one holds on chain, is really unfortunate. So one of the things that I wish Luke was still here, I'd love to debate him on, but one of the things that I would definitely question is, like, for some teams, if you have a token and equity model, I fully agree that going heavily towards having a high performance is very beneficial. We saw the 90% drawdown, which is quite interesting. But on the other side, if we're trying to actually align these businesses, if we're actually trying to attract real builders, which I think we've failed to do for the most part, we need to basically create a vessel that is one of the same, in that the company performing well also directly benefits holders. I think utility tokens, governance tokens, all of the stuff that we've created over the past 5-10 years has been less of a I think it's more of just a manifestation of securities laws and consumer protection laws being really trash. I'm an attorney. I went over this a lot with people. We need to go back to what we really always should have had, was some type of equity or pseudo equity on chain. It's just quite unfortunate that this is where we got to. I don't really believe in utility tokens. When you're building a company, the people that are investors in your company should be able to benefit. And on chain, your investors are your token holders. So we're trying to build a standard that legally allows for all this to happen, allows for you to benefit in the value and the upside of a company. And I think that it's going to be interesting because the tokenomics are radically different, but I think that people, once they understand how it actually works, will be quite interested, and I think they'll also benefit a lot from that.
I'm going to ask for one of my co-hosts to take over. I got a little back-end admin work because Justin just surprised me. Justin, you launched OG Protocol on my Twitter space, brother. Got me incubating you guys. Come on, man. Work with me. Chill, Josh. Someone take this over. I have some admin work to do.
I don't like NCG admin, so I'll defer to Joe.
Yeah. So, like, what would you debate? You mentioned that you debate, what would you push back?
The main thing when we're talking to founders for curated launches and actually trying to attract real talent on chain, these are people that have fundraising. These are people that have performed really well in Web 2. And how they do that is that when you go and fundraise for the first time for your company, are you selling 100% of your equity? Are you selling 50% of your equity. Of course, right? You're trying to maintain functional control over your company for as long as possible, whether that's through a merger, an acquisition, an IPO. You want to maintain control of your company. In crypto, we direct people to do the dead opposite. We direct people to put as many tokens on the open market. The team can only have 5, 10, 15%. And that's, we kind of expect people to kind of just work, right? What we end up seeing is of course, they have a little tiny bit of tokens. So they work to make sure that their tokens are valuable until unlocks. And then as we've seen 100 different times, they move on to a different team. They move on to a different token launch. The reality is that we want people on SOAR, on our product, to be building a company, that company being aligned with their token, so that they don't need to, after their token's unlocked for the first time, leave and go do it again, right? We need permanent upside for the company, for the team, and also for holders in the long-term life cycle of a business. The life cycle of a business is not a token launch. Token launches, as we've seen recently, are up for the first 24 hours and then a nightmare afterwards. If we give people real incentives, real drivers and motivation to actually speculate on the long-term value of businesses on chain, we will see a completely different life cycle of tokens. It's my thesis, at least.
I like that take. It's all about alignment, right? At the end of the day, and just kind of building up mechanisms to make sure that everybody's aligned. I see things.
And what I would debate with that's is the fact that as bad as the flash crash Friday wasn't digital, the amount of transactions and this is where we're at right now. We're just constantly shipping updates that I don't think there's going to be anything. Cloud backups that are not fight around the cameras. That is not it's a close application to illustrate it. But at the same time, they still want that speed and it's not off of that. They can see the chain take lead to a item just for that simple fact that the latency is unparalleled by any other chain.
Nice. So like that take. What about you? What's my opinion?
So all of these projects were basically in a way that they allocate these tokens and they sell their tokens. They would be actually buggers or scammers. And they basically
Pretty crazy.
They didn't have any budget to build a a lot of those projects that they have launched on the front end, projects, they could have been how many utility projects or ICM projects that you can run from fund that actually integrate.
That you want to get married, I know you want to get married.
Say it out loud. Also,
golden retriever, you want fucking 5 children. I know all of this. Wait, you know what's great about you that in terms of like when we first started talking after the initial when you were being fake just to lure me in type of thing. But then once we got into like the real you don't really talk about putting men in your basement anymore. I feel like you've grown. You're now like, nah, I'm not really looking to put them in the basement. I just want it to be mindless. And like a golden retriever. And
yesterday, we talked about this. He even wants to make it a little bit more comfortable at least. So I will say the improvement is that she no longer wants to have him in like a concrete basement with no, AC in the summertime. At least she's willing to insulate and put some food down there.
Do you know where she wants to get married and have the honeymoon? Do you know that too?
Azerbaijan.
I don't know. I'm asking you. Do you know the honeymoon in wedding destinations?
Baku, Azerbaijan is where her destination wedding is.
That's a lie. I never discussed anything like that with him because he brings bad luck. I don't need bad luck in my life. So no bad luck, no discussions about anything, even remotely romantic with him.
Elizabeth, I'm invited though, right? I'm being serious. I'm invited though, right?
I mean,
Yes, we all are invited. You better say yes.
I'm invited.
the wedding.
No, the wedding. No, not the honeymoon. Fuck that.
If we're invited to the wedding, we fund the honeymoon. That's how that works.
Yeah, if the wedding does happen, I do have a speech that I will not disclose right now. It will be very funny, and you guys will all fall out of your chairs, while I'm saying the speech. I might even rap an unconfined song while I'm at it. That would be so cool, actually, if we were all at the wedding. Can we all sit?
Like to know what I'm buying. Oh, yes.
About to arrive at the
Oh,
destination.
shut the fuck. The machine telling me what to do. That's the one. Is it? For Darcy? Is it Darcy? For the airport international?
Stand one.
It's not. That's not you. Yeah. Not Darcy.
You are Darcy, ah?
Right.
Oh,
That's to
oh,
pick
no,
up.
no,
No,
no.
you.
Okay.
Good, thank you. Darcy, going to the airport. Uya. Wow. Nice. It's the balance. Insanity.
Just tight. Elizabeth, if you ever actually said that, like, that's great that Jeremy can, like, maneuver like this. But if you said that shit to me, I'd be like, then don't fucking get married.
What's your problem? Why do you want me to be happy? Like, what's your problem? I think
Not
the
that I don't want you
relationship.
to be happy.
No, but it sounds bitter. It sounds like since you are heartbroken, you want me to be heartbroken.
Look, Elizabeth, let me jump in here. I mean, it's so sad coming to these spaces, figuring out how far my friend has fallen This is the most inspirational, motivational account. I come in here and said the F-bomb like 30 times. He's angry, bitter, upset, degrading women. What is happening with our friend? I want the old
Brock, the old Arcane. Or we want the old Brock back. What the fuck is this?
How did this happen, Elizabeth? You talked to her. The fall is so far. I don't even know who this guy is anymore. Do you know what's why? No, I'm asking her.
Where is my friend? Just say no one of those. One. Let's go. What happened to the space?
Otherwise, try some coffee. Somebody ship unconfined some coffee across the United States.
So his brain has to be decaf. It's gonna be decaf.
Decaf, yes, decaf dragon coffee.
I'm drinking decaf coffee. Don't listen to this guy, Brock. You guys, don't listen to him. What he's doing is.
Listen, you swear and degrade.
I didn't degrade no fucking way. I didn't say nothing about what.
You're stealing Elizabeth's joy. She wants to be happy. She wants right. You're like, what the fuck is that? You can't.
She doesn't want to be happy. She doesn't. She wants.
Yes, she does. Listen to this. Yeah, you're telling her how she's
gaslighting.
100%. That's what he does. Elizabeth's life. I can't allow her to do that. I think everyone else will agree too. Like, you can't have a wedding and not be married. Like, what the fuck is that supposed to be? I feel like you're crazy. Sorry.
Yeah, you can have it all.
Exactly, Ani. So Elizabeth, my answer.
What the hell did I miss? That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, that was a scary.
Not getting married.
Yeah, that's what she said. That was a scary.
Yeah, she wants. So basically, she just wants a big ass party where she's gonna come dressed in a wedding dress, but she's not actually marrying anyone.
Yeah, why? So just do that for her birthday instead.
Oh yeah, it's like a quinceañera. She wants a quinceañera, and that's it. Like, go, so fucking have a quinceañera. It's coming up, so she wants to wear a wedding dress. And she get married. It's like you just want to get married. It's good. You can also put blood in it. I'm a vampire wedding dress with ornament. Oh, yes. Good. I find it interesting how, just to prove how far we can find this bond, he had a fake gay marriage on space, and now he won't let Elizabeth do it. Ross, actually, I remember that because our police is here. It's up to you guys on Darren Photoshop. How much did I make that? That was a lot of fun. Rock and I did have. Yeah. This is not that. Elizabeth wants to have a party where she's in a wedding dress and a bunch of people go as if she's getting married. But she's actually there's no man there.
I actually think that's more appropriate than you having a gay wedding. So I support you, Elizabeth. Do you?
I support both of them. I could find if you want to have a gay marriage, that's okay. We support you.
But as my friend today says that I don't want to have a husband like at that wedding. Like I said that I don't want to have him in general, but like for a wedding I need to have him. So
you want a wedding? You want a wedding? So you're hiring, or does it count?
No, I haven't.
An actor. You want an actor?
No, it's like you have been in the relationship for 2 years. As I said at the beginning of the
side. So yeah, I'm optimistic that we just need flow days to get through. What I don't want to see is if equities see this like 6,000 some people, and then we'll see. So although when we get it's it's really, I mean, like a big, just like 40% retest. It's way different, but I'm not too phased, despite there being just the biggest crypto liquidation in history. I'm not too
Even
phased. It doesn't make much sense.
down, like some of these alts went down 99% in a single week, and like I think a lot of people, I don't know, gets kind of set off. Like even with me, for example, there's some points and like alts that I did where I saw them wick and it made my stomach turn. No, I didn't sell at the time, or even before, but I was just like, holy shit, why the hell am I even holding this if these assets, especially with a flash crash like this, I don't know, like it can go down 99%, even though they're known as like established assets in the space.
No, I mean, what it does is actually it reveals what does not have a bid. So Adam clearly had no bid, and I mean, I wouldn't be buying Cosmos here. No offense to the Cosmos sort of like gang or whatever you guys call the Cosmos people, but no, yeah, like honestly, like there's only on my list, there's literally 20 million like cryptocurrency coin market cap or something like that. So on my list, I literally only look at like 20 out of like the 20 million. So 0.0000001%. So yeah, I think the other ones a lot less attention, at least throughout my day trading. So whatever's a narrative, I mean, if you're trading meme coins, it's like you gotta be, what's hot on, like, you guys use Axiom or something like that. So the same thing for us, like what's hot on like perps, or if there anything to do in options, so that you can like sort of make more efficient like your day. You gotta limit the amount of like altcoins that you're looking at, based on like news, catalysts. Otherwise, Adam, yeah, I'm not too surprised. Like, I don't even know who's still holding Adam from those days.
Yeah, it went down to like what, 1 penny, and then it like ran back up to like $4. Or was it $4? But I was just kind of confused. Who the hell was buying Cosmos? I didn't even know it was still a thing where people even had. I mean, it's probably there in the orders that they set in the past, probably. That's it is. So with these perps, there was a question that got brought up yesterday, where in your opinion, do you think there's like an edge to trading perps, or can you have some sort of edge, or is it just straight gambling, as some would say?
Trading perps, I mean, it depends. Like, you really need to wait for an entry. A lot of people, I think, trading on perps are very impatient. They want to get in. You're seeing all your Discord and Telegram and Twitter. Everyone's making money, and then you're just sitting at your computer like, oh my god, I gotta get in. But really, it's more about knowing when to not play, and then not. It's more about, yeah, like I would say, 90% of the time you're choosing not to play. The 10% of the time where you do play, you need to like go in with like pretty high conviction on an idea, whether it's a liquidation, a cascade, or a news trade, or a catalyst that's coming around the corner that doesn't seem priced right. So I guess those are kind of like the edges that you can play with, and of course, like higher frequency traders can do other different types of strategies. But in my book, I mean, I'm not doing any high frequency trading, so I'm mainly doing like the catalysts, and I trade quite infrequently, I would say. Overall, I think that's helped me more than burned me.
So do you mainly like play these LPs, or just like you said, flavor of the week, or just playing perps on whatever platforms like the new hunting?
No, I think my main business is like in the options world. I like to sell options and collect premiums on Bitcoin, and then I basically generate more Bitcoin.
I think a lot of people don't know too much about options, or it's scary. So, yeah, I think, I think at some point, if someone gets a large enough portfolio, learning how to trade options on Bitcoin or like Equities is ultimately a beneficial thing.
Yeah, were there any good platforms for that right now? I know Trade XYZ. I don't know if they have options or not, but I know Paradex has options, but I've heard they're like not that good. So Paradex is pretty good to that too.
Yeah, actually, I would say Paradex for options is actually how I figured out or learned about Paradex. They're sort of like the on-chain, like Deribit. Deribit's definitely the main venue for crypto options. It's the largest on the crypto native side, but I think IBIT now has like surpassed the volume on the equity or TradFi side, I should say. So I would say Paradex, and by the way, I'm not affiliated with any of these. So I would say Paradex, and then there's one called Cayenne. I just did Twitter Spaces with some other option traders about Cayenne. They're trying to do like a point system. I think it's spelled Kyan. So a lot of my options trading chats are sort of like starting to experiment on there. It's not very well known. It's very kind of like farmed, I guess you could say. And then there's a few others like Derive as well. That's been around for a while. Way back, I mean, there was a lot of different options protocols that were trying to be built, but none of them have really stuck. Like Hyperliquid obviously is the biggest decentralized perps trading platform, and they're also, I know, one that's like the household name for now, but there's no household name for options yet.
Hyperliquid.
I've done it. I've made songs for my wife, my ex-wife before.
So, I guess it doesn't lead to success, at some point. But
you see this fucking bullshit? You see this level of
why is it bullshit? Why is it bullshit?
Why did you have to say it? Right or wrong doesn't matter. Why did you have to just throw that in there?
Because it's truth. I just want you to remember the truth at any time.
Thank you. You're so kind. You're such a benevolent soul.
Just think if he didn't get a divorce, he wouldn't be in here, and you wouldn't know him. We wouldn't be friends with him. Yeah, everything happens for a reason. So just be thankful. A Christian, that's what's most important, right?
Amen, brother. Amen, brother.
Well, you got one support in this team at any point. But yeah, I agree with that. I'm happy that you were heartbroken. Actually, I can't, say otherwise.
You see, like nothing. The compliments are so fucking backhanded. Look at that shit.
Yeah, I'm heartbroken, not creative. So I mean, what am I gonna do? Looks like I'm gonna have to get more creative then, I guess.
You made a very creative steak salad. That looked delicious. Made me hungry looking at those pictures.
That's ground beef, not steak salad, but
no, you sliced it. No, sliced steak with the salad.
Oh, that one, yes.
That is cute. So I feel like I'm actually pretty much happy with the amount of conversations. Yeah. Well,
You ready for us to tuck you into bed?
I am.
Please, no more toxicity. That's Elizabeth's one of her favorite words. Please.
Tomorrow.
Let me get this straight, Elizabeth. Do you want to get proposed to either China, North Korea, or Russia?
Did you say North Korea? What the fuck? Good luck getting into North Korea.
They opened up tourism to North Korea. The beaches look great there.
Yeah, how about Japan, Elizabeth? Do you like Japan?
Yeah, I like Japan.
Japan's good. Okay, there you go. Japan. The food's amazing. Hello, Kim Jong Il.
I'm about to say, I mean South Korea, not North Korea.
No, I meant North Korea. North Korea.
I'm fine.
Hello. You have reached a number that has been disconnected with no longer in service. Please try calling
Oh my God.
later. Bye.
Oh.
Alright, so guys, the thing is, Elizabeth doesn't want to get proposed anywhere she has ever been before, and the only place that I think that she hasn't been before is North Korea, so it all makes sense.
Oh, that's cute.
Have you heard of this beautiful place called the Czechoslovakia?
Yeah, I've been there actually. I've been there in Croatia. But
She's giving me 30-minute history lessons about Czechoslovakia.
oh, that's
Have you been to Iceland, Elizabeth?
no, I haven't.
What about Antarctica? You can get married on an iceberg. You know, you can get
Right now, I'm gonna go.
married on an iceberg.
Now I'm gonna go to bed and cry myself to sleep because I don't have a boyfriend, and you just gave me all these beautiful destinations, and so I'm the man I know are fucking useless. Obviously, you guys.
Yeah, Elizabeth, so I've been planning a trip to Panama.
Wow, is me?
Yeah. Not by myself, but
yeah, exactly. That's what I meant by what
I had a boys trip in Panama twice. That's a pretty fun destination for boys, not for women though.
So, and fine, did you want to say something and everyone interrupted you or not? Because I'm never.
No, I was literally like, when you called my name right now, my thumb was on the leave button because I have to go, and then I was just about to press it, and you called my name. But no, I had nothing. I had nothing else to say, Elizabeth.
Okay.
Elizabeth, when are you going to be in Mexico?
I'm gonna be from the end of January till end of May.
Okay, fine. What if you meet up over there?
You shouldn't have answered that because anytime anybody has asked Jay, like, Jay, when are you going to the UK? He's like, soon. So
yeah.
Why do we have to answer where we're going?
Pretty soon, yeah.
Yeah, I hate when people say soon. I just fucking hate it. Yeah, it's like every time, so I don't like it.
I'll be more. Sorry, Elizabeth. I'll be more creative soon. How's that answer? That's good.
Nice. But Uncle Fine, how do you feel about meeting up with Elizabeth in Mexico?
He doesn't leave his house, so he doesn't have even his passport renewed. He's like,
Oh, so you guys talked about it?
If I told him I'm gonna come pick him up or go visit you, he'll be like, "Let's go, let's do this. I'll meet you at the airport."
I'm gonna show you.
I cannot confirm nor deny that is not a possibility.
Okay, so that is like 4 months into the future, but right now, Elizabeth did drop a hint that she's gonna cry herself to sleep. So please.
Good job. That is a good job. Just on your phone, chilling. These people get like $30, $40 an hour. Just on the phone there. Life is good, lady. international airport. Here we are. Oh, wow. Nope.
Nena, la luna es una, y nos ha visto buscándote. La chupa está dándole, escupe energía, loca la vida mía. 7 notas, 7 colores, ya te digo. Empezaste a mamar mi ombligo y luego tu piel en el fuego. Ves y díselo a tus amigos bobos, que se acabaron los lobos, que ya llegaron los verdaderos. Sabes, frescos como polos, muy fumados. Somos los suavecitos sin vergüenza, sin tapujos.